there! Ever struggle to talk about what you did last weekend? Or tell a good story about something that's already happened? Well, stick around, because you're in exactly the right spot. By the end of this, I promise you'll be using this simple past tense like a pro.
All right, so here's our game plan. First up, we're going to talk about what the simple past is even for. Then we'll jump into how to build it. After that, we'll cover how to make questions and negative sentences. I'll also give you some keywords to listen for, and to wrap it all up, we'll do a quick quiz to test what you've learned. Sound good? Let's go.
Okay, first things first. Before we dive into all the rules and grammar, let's get the big idea straight. What is the simple past tense actually doing? Why do we even need it? So here's the absolute key thing you need to remember. The simple past is for actions that are completely finished, done, over with. It doesn't matter if it happened 5 minutes ago or 500 years ago. If the action started in the past and ended in the past, that's your cue. It's kind of like looking at a timeline and pointing to a specific event that's already happened. That's it. Okay, now for the fun stuff. How do we actually build this tense? It's actually way easier than it sounds once you see the patterns. We're going to look at 3 groups: the normal, regular verbs, the tricky, irregular ones, and then there's the one special verb that plays by its own rules, the verb be. So the good news? Most verbs in English are regular, which means they follow one simple rule. You just stick ed on the end. Work becomes worked. Easy, right? Now, there are just a couple of little spelling rules to keep in mind. If the verb already ends in an E, like live, you just add the D. If it ends in a consonant and then a Y, like try, you change that Y to an I before adding ed. And for short words like stop, you double that last letter. That's pretty much it for regular verbs. But you know English, it just loves to break its own rules. And that's where irregular verbs come in. These guys don't get the ed at the end. Nope, they change completely. Go turns into went. Eat becomes ate. There's no secret trick to these. You really just have to learn them. But don't worry, the ones you see here are some of the most common ones you'll use all the time. So they're the best place to start. And then we have our super special verb be. What makes it so special? Well, it's the only verb in this simple past that actually changes depending on who you're talking about. So for I, he, she, and it, you'll use was. For you, we, and they, you'll use were. Pretty simple, right? She was late, but they were hungry. See the difference? All right, so we know how to change the verbs, but what about making full sentences? Let's look at how to talk about things that didn't happen and how to ask questions about the past. This next part is a total game changer because it's so simple. To make a negative sentence for any verb, except for our special friend be, you just use did not or didn't. And here's the important part. The verb that comes after it goes back to its original form. So you'd say they didn't go, not they didn't went. The word did is already doing all the past tense work for you.
And guess what? Questions work pretty much the same way. You just start the sentence with did, then add your subject, and, you guessed it, the original form of the verb. So, did you play, not did you played. And if you want to ask something more specific, you can just pop a question word like where or what right at the front. For example, where did we eat? See? The main verb stays the same. But of course, the verb be has to be different here too. With was and were, you do not use did. It's way easier. For negatives, you just add not. So was becomes wasn't, and were becomes weren't. And for questions, you just swap the subject and the verb. So he was at school becomes was he at school. Simple as that. So a big question is, how do you even know when you should be using the simple past? Well, here are some secret signals to look out for. Anytime you see words like yesterday, last night, last week, or phrases that end in ago, like 3 years ago, bang, that's a huge clue. These are time words that lock the event into a specific, finished time in the past. They're like little signposts telling you exactly which tense to use. All right, you've seen the rules, you've seen the exceptions, you know the keywords. I think you're ready. It's time to put all that knowledge to the test. Let's do a super quick quiz to see how you're doing. Ready? Let's go. All right, question 1. I blank a movie last night. Is it A, watch, B, watched, or C, watching? Got it? The answer is B, watched. That last night is our big clue. Okay, number 2. They didn't blank because it was raining. A came, B come,
or C, comes? Think about that didn't rule. The answer is B, come. After didn't, we use the base verb. Question 3. Did you see Sarah yesterday? What goes in the blank? A, did, B, do, or C, was? And the correct answer is A, did. We start questions with did. Next one. My father blank in Fiji in 1976. Is it A, live, B, living, or C, lived? That's a specific time way in the past, so the answer is C, lived. Perfect. Okay, question 5. Let's try an irregular verb. She blank to a club last night. A, go, B, went, or C, goed. Remember this one? It's B, went. Goed isn't a word, so that's a good one to remember. Number 6. He blank not at school yesterday. A, did, B, were, or C, was. This is our special verb, and with he, the answer is C, was. He was not, or he wasn't. All right, moving on. Our homework last night. A, did, B, do, or C, done. The past tense of do is A, did. We did our homework. Question 8 is about those key words. The train arrived blank 5 p.m. Is it A, ago, B, last, or C, at? For a specific time on the clock, we use C, at. Almost done. Number 9. I blank my dog an hour ago. A, walked, B, walk, or C, didn't walked. That ago is a dead giveaway. The answer is A, walked. And our last question, are they hungry at the party? A, did, B, was, or C, were? Okay, the subject is they, which means the answer is C, were. Were they hungry? And that's a wrap. How'd you do on the quiz? No matter what, you've now got all the main tools you need to use the simple past. The biggest thing to remember is it's all about those finished actions. Honestly, the best way to get good at this is just to use it. So try telling someone a little story about what you did yesterday. You'll see how it all starts to click. Awesome job today. And hey, if this was helpful, you know what to do. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe.